Ladies and gentlemen, Colorado Buffaloes Nation, we have some breaking news. Some news you guys are going to want to hear regarding a former 5-star. I think they just moved him down to a 4-star, but it doesn't matter. A really good quarterback commit that is probably the last big domino to fall in this 2025 recruiting class. Juju Lewis. We just got some massive news around him and something that is going to kind of skyrocket a lot of people to think Colorado could be his final destination before National Signing Day. Now we're going to break it all down, but trust me, this is massive news. And let's kind of jump right into it. Now, before we jump in, I do want to say that this tweet, right, what we're going to read here is from an Auburn commit. We all know that Juju Lewis was between 3 or 4 teams in terms of who he wanted to commit to. Obviously, USC at top. There was Auburn, Colorado, and then Indiana as well. But just yesterday, things looked like it could have changed a ton. Now, again, this is coming from an analyst at Auburn Recruiting. He said, I think there was an attempt to get a deal done early this week or this past weekend, and I don't think there was a resolution, nor did it come close at all. I expect Lewis to end up elsewhere. That strange feeling I had about his recruitment, I think it might finally be coming to fruition. Many have asked how long would Auburn push for Lewis before eventually moving on. And I think we're getting really close to that point if they're not already there. Now, basically what this is saying is either or. Juju Lewis has decided Auburn is not in the running anymore. I'm cutting it down to the 3 schools, Colorado, USC, and Indiana. Or it also could mean that Auburn's like, listen, we need a quarterback and we can't wait 2 more weeks for you to decide you're not coming to Auburn, and then we're in a position where we're screwed, right? So I believe that kind of in both worlds, Auburn is starting to push. They do not want to lose on a quarterback. So they're going to start looking at KJ Lacey and Deuce Knight, some other guys as well. Now, kind of, I don't know if it's really true, but it seems like Colorado has now inched their way up just a little bit and could be neck and neck with USC. Now, this is massive news, but behind the scenes, over the last few weeks, months, right, Colorado has been doing something very important. And let's kind of deep dive into that. Before we do that, though, comment down below, do you think Juju Lewis ends up a part of this class, yes or no? And with that being said, let's dive into the video. Now, on On3's website, they've actually went from a 5-star to a 4-star recruit with Julian Lewis. I believe he's fallen to like number 6 or 7 in the class right now with the quarterback rankings. I don't understand what is going on. This dude is an absolute baller. Wherever you look at it, from whatever perspective you look at Julian Lewis from, this dude is a dog, right? And he kind of has that LeBron James kind of effect where if he goes to your team, there's going to be guys that follow him, right? I.e. Caleb Cunningham, one of the best wide receivers in this year's draft class. I think he could potentially follow him to USC or Auburn or Colorado. I really do think that is a possibility, right? So you talk about that, and that is one of the main reasons this domino is so important. And if Colorado can transition this perfectly from when Shedeur Sanders goes to the NFL to having Julian Lewis step in to be the day 1 starter with some other guys as well, that would be massive for Colorado's future, right? But, I mean, just look at this dude's stats really quickly. This dude has over 7,000 passing yards in, keep in mind, 2 seasons, okay? 96 passing touchdowns. Again, 2 seasons, okay? 14 interceptions, including a year he had 12 back in 2022, right? That was his sophomore year. His junior year, just 2. 48 touchdowns to 2 interceptions. Now, this is not a guy that's going to scramble at all. He's really just a pocket passer. He doesn't want to be in RPOs. He doesn't want to be someone who is, going to really get up the field as a runner. He wants to stay healthy, which is very important. We love to see that. And quite frankly, he's never really been injured, okay? So that is massive. Let's actually look at why I believe Colorado has done such a good job kind of selling the idea of him coming to Colorado. Guys, really quickly, do me a massive favor. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. It is free. It doesn't cost anything. And we will be covering the Colorado Buffaloes throughout the entirety of the offseason, 2025 recruiting, game day, film breakdown, everything you need to know. We got you guys covered. So if you haven't joined the family yet, as my dog is here, make sure you guys do it. Again, it's free. It doesn't cost anything. My main channel has about 95,000 subscribers. That's my NFL one. But I decided, you know what? I love college football. Let's make one about college football. And this is already going to be my third or fourth Colorado video. So again, they're going to start pumping out really soon. Make sure you guys join the family. With that being said, let's talk about why Colorado has already positioned themselves to land a guy like Juju Lewis to completely change their future going forward. Now, the first reason is the offensive line recruiting has been top tier. Obviously, bringing in a guy like Jordan Seaton, guys, this is one of the best tackle recruits I have ever seen. 98.3 rating on the On3 rankings. This is a guy who's going to be here when Juju Lewis commits, or if he commits, right? He'll be his starting tackle, right? And then you have Draylon Miller, another 4-star wide receiver, a guy who is getting better and better. He is now enrolled at Colorado, working with the team. He's going to be better, and he will be there once Juju Lewis is there. And then, how about we do this? Let's go to the 2025 class and see what they've done so far this season, right? Now, the first thing you're going to see is a bunch of offensive line work. Chauncey Gooden, this is a guy who I absolutely love in terms of being able to come in here and make an impact right away, right? You rarely see interior offensive linemen get to 4 or 5 stars just because, you know, in the NFL, they based on NFL draft, right? In interior offensive linemen don't really get drafted in the first or second round too often. They do sometimes, right? There are a lot of guys that do, but most of the part, it's the tackles that are so valuable in the NFL draft. So being a 4-star interior offensive lineman is massive. And again, you'll be here when Juju Lewis is here, right? You go down the list, you add a 3-star tight end. They love this dude a lot. The versatility alone is something they love, right? And then they add this dude, who I think is unbelievably underrated, Jay Garnhire, 6'7". I know he's a 3-star commit or a 3-star ranking recruit, but 6'7", 380 pounds, another offensive tackle with insane potential on the offensive line. Again, you are building a team that can really sustain a quarterback, being able to stay in the pocket and make throws, right? And we know what Juju Lewis is as a quarterback. He wants to be in the pocket, he wants to stay healthy, and he wants to make every single throw. And we know the arm strength of Juju Lewis is top tier, which is why I believe he's probably a top 3 quarterback in this year's 2025 recruiting class. Again, you look at the transfer portal, which we'll look at right now, they've done even better there. So this is the tweet that I really wanted to show you. You got 5-star Jordan Seaton, you got 4-star Chauncey Gooden, then you got Tyler Johnson, a 4-star transfer, 4-star Justin Mayers, another transfer, a 3-star Khalil Benson, a 3-star Yakiri Walker, another. I mean, these guys are going to come in here and make a great impact on this team if Juju Lewis is able to come. Plus, you talk about the guy they just grabbed, right? The 6'8", 6'7", tackle. I mean, they're loaded at the offensive line position. If there's a quarterback out there that wants to feel protected, that wants to have guys to throw the ball to, and wants to make sure that they are positioning themselves to get into the NFL draft in just a year or 3 years from now, I guess you could say, 4 years from now with Juju Lewis, Colorado could be the perfect team if you're a quarterback right now, which is why I think they're neck and neck with USC. If and only if Auburn is truly out of the mix with Juju Lewis. I kind of believe that Auburn is looking in other areas. I don't think they're fully off the table, but I do think Colorado has went boop and Auburn's went a little bit down, right? So listen, if you're Colorado, get hype, go at him, go like his pictures on Instagram. All of that does a lot, right? These dudes in high school right now, some of them love the clout. Some of them love the attention. They love to see how the fans are going to show out, if they're going to show out. So if you're a Colorado fan, man, go get in his DMs, go, hype him up a little bit. Tell him to go to Colorado, man. It might not make the biggest impact, but I'll tell you what, it could make the important impacts down the line. So hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, join the family, turn on post notifications, guys. This was a short update. Usually I break down some film, but don't really have anything to break down, right? In terms of film. Once he commits to a team, fully commits, we're going to break down his film. I'm going to show you exactly why this dude's going to be a stud at the next level. So make sure you guys join the family. Also, I do believe that the pro coaching style of Deion Sanders is going to be something that really he leans on, man. I'm telling you, they're setting up a beautiful little team here for a quarterback. So I'm excited. Let me know what you guys think. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, join the family, and I'll see you guys in the next Colorado update, which should be very, very soon. Peace.